your name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would the city clerk please call the roll?
Vice Mayor Poe. Here. Commissioner Lister.
Here.
Commissioner Hodges. Here. Commissioner Shantz. Here. Mayor Palladino.
Here. Minutes, we have none. At this time, I'll entertain a motion for approval of the agenda.
I so move, Mr. Mayor.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any comments from staff?
No, sir.
Is there any discussion on the commission? Would the city clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Lister.
Yes.
Commissioner Hodges.
Yes.
Commissioner Shantz.
Yes.
Mayor Palladino.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Poe.
Yes.
Next, public comment. Would anybody like to make any public comment this afternoon? Close the public comment. This time, we have no consent agenda, unfinished business, none. New business, ordinance 2015-10. Madam City Attorney, would you please read by title only?
This one actually provides for reading in its entirety. So it's ordinance 2015-10, an ordinance of the city of Madeira Beach, Florida, establishing the millage rate for fiscal year 2016, providing and announcing the name of the taxing authority, the rollback rate, the percentage increase, and the millage levy, by providing for reading in its entirety and providing for an effective date. Whereas Florida statutes 200.065 requires the adoption of the millage rate by separate vote and prior to the adoption of the budget. And whereas Florida statutes 200.065 subsections 2D states for each taxing authority levying millage, the name of the taxing authority, the rollback rate, the percentage increase, and the millage rate to be levied shall be publicly announced prior to the adoption of the millage levy resolution or ordinance. And whereas in no event may the millage rate adopted exceed the millage rate tentatively adopted. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, that Section 1, that the name of the taxing authority is the City of Madeira Beach. Section 2, that the rollback millage rate is 1.8502 per $1,000. Section 3, that the proposed millage rate is 18.91% higher than the current year rollback rate. Section 4, that the millage rate to be levied for fiscal year 2016 shall be 2.2000 per $1,000, which remains the same as the tentatively adopted millage rate. Section 5, that this ordinance shall become effective in the manner provided by law.
This time, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion that we pass resolution 2015, hang on a second, sorry, -10.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry, ordinance 2015-10.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Motion and second. You have some comment? Mr. Stevie, is there any comments from staff?
No, sir.
Is there any further comments from the commission? Is there any further comment from? Have the city clerk please call the roll.
Commissioner Shantz.
Yes.
Commissioner Hodges.
Yes.
Commissioner Lister.
Yes.
Mayor Palladino.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Poe.
Yes.
All right, next ordinance, 2015-11. Madam City Attorney, please read in full.
Ordinance 2015-11, an ordinance of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, adopting the operating budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2015 and ending September 30th, 2016, and providing for an effective date. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida has conducted public hearings on the operating budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2015 and ending September 30th, 2016. And whereas the Board of Commissioners is desirous of adopting the operating budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2015 and ending September 30th, 2016. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, Section 1, the operating budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2015 and ending September 30th, 2016, attached hereto as Exhibit A, is hereby adopted and shall be governed by the following funding sources and uses. Funding sources: governmental and proprietary funds. Governmental funds: the general fund, ad valorem tax 2.2000 mils, 2,069,000. Franchise fees 469,300. Utility service taxes 704,400. Licenses and permits 90,600. Intergovernmental revenue, $1,476,300. Service charge revenue, $275,000. Parking enforcement, $1,573,800. Fines and forfeitures, $9,400. Culture and recreation, $173,300. Investment earnings, $15,000. Miscellaneous revenue, $178,500. State grant, other physical environment, $2,853,900. State grant, general government, $50,000. Contributions from enterprise operations, $29,000. Shared revenue from other local units, $329,300. Unassigned fund balance, $1,251,600. Total funding sources, $11,549,000. Local option sales tax fund. Local option taxes, $394,200. Miscellaneous revenue, $1,100. Restricted fund balance, $294,700. Total funding sources, $690,000. Archibald Fund, general charge revenue, $259,500. Rents and royalties, $112,000. Total funding sources, $371,500. Building fund, building permits, $326,100. Service charge revenue, $7,200. Total funding sources, $333,300. Gas tax fund, local option taxes, $57,900. State revenue sharing, $48,900. Total funding sources, $106,800. Debt service fund, interfund transfer of the debt service, $527,800. Interfund transfer fund balance, $192,000. Total funding sources, $719,800. Proprietary funds, sanitation funds, service charge revenue, $1,259,400. Miscellaneous revenue, $2,600. Unrestricted fund balance, $64,600. Total funding sources, $1,326,600. Stormwater fund, service charge revenue, $690,000. Miscellaneous revenue, $12,900. Covenant to budget and appropriate, $158,000. And restricted fund balance, $3,170,000. Total funding sources, $4,030,900. Marina fund, service charge revenue, $2,288,500. Miscellaneous revenue, $7,700. Unrestricted fund balance, $376,000. Total funding sources, $2,672,200. Total funding sources, governmental and proprietary funds, $21,800,100. Funding uses, governmental and proprietary funds, governmental funds, general fund operating uses, city manager's office, $484,200, community development, $325,300, finance, $445,500, city clerk commission, $348,300, non-departmental, $435,700, public works, $210,700, fire EMS, $1,410,700, law enforcement, $1,294,800, parks, $224,400, recreation, $768,700, parking enforcement, $268,300, Johns Pass Village, $137,800, non-operating uses, capital improvements and vehicle replacement, $1,429,000, flood mitigation program, $2,853,900, interfund transfer debt service fund expenditures, $527,800, interfund transfer debt service fund balance, $192,000, general fund committed balance, $191,900, total appropriations, $11,549,000, local option sales tax fund, capital outlay, $690,000, total appropriations, $690,000. Archibald Fund, personnel services, $117,100. Operations, $135,500. Capital outlay, $77,000. Restricted fund balance, $41,900. Total appropriations, $371,500. Building fund, personnel services, $268,000. Operations, $65,300. Total appropriations, $333,300. Gas tax fund, operations, $101,000. Restricted fund balance, $5,800. Total appropriations, $106,800. Debt service fund, debt service, $527,800. Committed fund balance, $192,000. Total appropriation, $719,800. Proprietary fund, sanitation fund, personnel services, $418,800. Operations, $665,800. Capital outlay, $242,000. Total appropriations, $1,326,600. Stormwater fund, personnel services, $181,700. Operations, $174,600. Capital outlay, $3,170,000. Debt service, $504,600. Total appropriations, $4,030,900. Marina fund, personnel services, $221,700. Operations, $2,016,500. Capital outlay, $405,000. Debt service, $29,000. Total appropriations, $2,672,200. Total funding uses, governmental and proprietary funds, $21,800,100. Section 2, total funding sources and uses include fund balance reclassifications, which are appropriated for governance purposes but represent neither revenues nor expenditures. Section 3, total funding sources and uses include interfund transfers, which are appropriated for governance purposes but represent neither revenues of the debt service fund nor expenditures of the general fund. Section 4, this ordinance shall become effective immediately upon its adoption.
At this time, we'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that this commission pass ordinance 2015-11 on first reading.
Second.
Motion is second. Mr. City Manager, any comments from staff?
No, Mr. Mayor, just on behalf of the Finance Director, Mr. Tonali, and I would just like to thank the board. The budget process wasn't always an easy process here in Madera Beach, and you guys, as a group, give pretty clear direction as to what you need right out of the gate. And so when it comes to these budget hearings, they go somewhat quick, but that doesn't mean that there hasn't been a lot of work put into this budget, both by yourself as well as staff. So just wanted to say thank you to the board for that.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager, and I'd like to add to that, to your staff, outstanding budget. It's very, very easy to understand, and over the last couple of years, I mean, if you see the audience tonight, I think the citizens of the city trust your commission and staff of the city to take care of it. Is there any more comments from the commission?
I don't think we voted for one. Right now.
Is there any further comments? Would the city clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Lister?
Absolutely.
Mayor Palladino?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Poe?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodges?
Yes.
Commissioner Shantz?
Yes.
All right, next, reports and correspondence. Is any commissioners have any reports or correspondence? City Attorney, anything tonight for us?
Nothing, sir.
Mr. City Manager?
No reports, sir.
City Clerk?
I have nothing.
Okay. Seeing no more further business, this meeting is adjourned at 6:14.